Thank you, Madam President. I'm not concerned at all with the fine detail of this issue and of posted workers and that sort of thing. What I am concerned about is an underlying trend, in that it's been repeated this morning, that third country nationals shall not have full rights upon moving to anywhere in the European Union. And that's an echo of a document which we received in this committee in April of last year, which pointed out that once Bulgaria and Romania had joined, which they now have, that first claim on any job must go to them and not to somebody from outside the EU. Now, this is not a comment in any way hostile to Romania and Bulgarian people at all. I want to know why the EU is hostile to third country nationals, people from outside. You see, Madam President, unlike most of the rest of the European Union, we have a vast Commonwealth of something like a quarter of the world's population. All those countries were once our colonies, an empire. Now, the days of empire are gone, and I'm not claiming any rights or wrongs about having an empire. But the point is, when that disappeared, all those countries, without exception, voluntarily joined the British Commonwealth of Nations with our Queen as its head. I believe that since that we were once their colonial masters, that we owe them in the UK a greater debt of honour than we owe to anywhere else in the world. And yet, now again, I see that they're to be discriminated against. We're only a small country. We're one of the most densely populated countries in Europe. I think we are the most densely populated country. We have to limit the numbers of people who come from anywhere. And yet, we are being forced under regulations like this to take people from Europe when, as I say, I believe that we owe a debt of honour, of gratitude, to the people whom once we ruled over as colonial masters. And that, Madam Chairman, is quite wrong, totally wrong. The UK should be allowed to control its own borders and to let in whom it wishes, and it should not be allowed, or indeed forced under EU regulations, to discriminate against people from our Commonwealth, because, frankly, that's what it is. And I made that point last April, and nobody responded to my claim that this is discrimination which is outlawed under the Treaty of Lisbon, which every EU member state signed, and I want to know why this discrimination is being allowed to continue. Thank you.
I don't really know if Mr. Clark would support you entirely. I understand. I hope I'll get your support. I hope we'll have the same dynamic here as we had for the posting of workers, but I would understand that all groups support the rapporteur when it comes to supporting the Employment Committee's position in the negotiations, which are taking place with the Libe Committee and the Council at this stage. We hope we'll find a better compromise than the one we currently have. So that concludes that item. We're going to have to break the meeting.